This is Greg, and he's about 5 seconds away from finding out he owes $900,000 in payroll tax. What are you on about? I don't even have any employees. How on earth can I owe payroll tax?
Mate, I'm so sorry. They've just reinterpreted the law.
How on earth is it $900,000?
They've made it go retrospective.
So what exactly happened here? Greg's been owning and operating his business for the past 15 years now, relying on subcontractors to get the work done. So how could he owe payroll tax? Well, in the Payroll Tax Act of 2007, Section 37 states, an employment agency contract is a contract, whether formal or informal, and whether express or implied, under which a person, an employment agent, procures the services of another person, a service provider, for a client of an employment agent. Now, for the longest time, the interpretation of that was that there was no payroll tax for subcontractors. But in 2023, a decision by the New South Wales Court of Appeal interpreted how this should apply to certain subcontractor arrangements. If you engage subcontractors to perform services for your client, you may now be considered an employment agent under that act, even if there's no employment contract in place, a precedent which would put Greg's business on the hook for payroll tax. To make things even worse for Greg, this interpretation went retrospective. The New South Wales Office of State Revenue started applying this new interpretation to business activities all the way back in 2019 to 2020 financial year. So Greg suddenly owed nearly $900,000 in payroll tax. Not only would he have to pay back all that debt, but the interest as well. With an interest of 12% per annum compounding daily, after just 1 year, the debt was going to increase by over $100,000. So the question on everyone's mind, how is Greg going to get out of this hole? A small business restructure. Greg's accountant came to us with the situation, and pretty quickly we came to the conclusion that the business was still viable if it just didn't have the debt, and that it perfectly fit the criteria for an SBR. Under $1 million in total liabilities, employee entitlements up to date, lodgements up to date, insolvent or likely to become insolvent, and no director being involved in a small business restructure or simplified liquidation in the past 7 years. This allowed Greg to propose a method to repay the debt on much more manageable terms by adjusting the amount of debt, the duration to repay the debt, and the frequency of the repayments. In doing so, we managed to reduce the debt by around 80%, saving over $700,000. Today, Greg's business is still trading, is profitable, and looking to be debt-free by the end of the year. Any business can be caught off guard, but with the right partner in your corner, there's a way to get through it.